Hey guys, what's going on? Third Street Reactions here. I'm Shane, and I'm back with the Halo series on Paramount Plus. Hey guys, just to let you know, sorry this is late, but I've been sick. I got a really bad sore throat and a cough. So my normal, beautiful,
sexy, voluptuous,
commanding voice will sound a little hoarse today. So just to let you know, that's what's going on. But I'm here. So in the last episode, we see a young Maki and her friend on a scrap colony basically doing forced child labor. Their cute kiss is interrupted by one of their overlords who beats her friend to death. She takes a book and then the Covenant show up, lay the smackdown on everything, and it was a really cool moment. It was a great little flashback that fleshes out Maki's character, and then we fast forward to the future. Flash forward to the future, and we get to see her with the thing that left Golo worms from Halo 3, and I guess they've been in some other ones. I've done some research after I watched it. She's controlling a colony of them, and she basically slaughters a UNSC ship, which was disgusting and disturbing. Back on Reach, we had Parangoski ordering Miranda Keyes to study the artifact without Halsey knowing about it. And we also have one of my favorite things we've seen in the show so far, which is Master Chief removing his emotional suppressant pellet thing in his lower back. And then we have the girl, one of his Spartan teammates, peeking that ass out. What are you doing? You can't do that. I'm wondering if she's going to narc him out or if she's going to want to take out her pellet too. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, she was looking pretty thick.
in a good way.
Not a bad way. We also have that little twerpy nerd assistant to Halsey who was trying to molest that clone version of her. Also remind me of Minority Report. He wasn't like, he didn't have, not that I know of, that type of relationship with the precogs, but he was strangely affectionate. A little too affectionate, in my opinion. My favorite thing was Master Chief's character being fleshed out, something we never really got to see in the games. He's exploring Reach, he's hearing music the first time the way it's meant to be experienced, he's looking at the sky, he's looking at people in love, and you can see the curiousness on his face. It's wonderful. But now he wants to go to Aradinus 2. Aradinus 2? Aradinus. Halsey's gonna go with him, probably because she doesn't want him to find out something that he shouldn't know. And if you're a fan of the video game, we know that there were some shady things going on back in the day in terms of how they recruited the Spartans. I mean, it already basically gave away the fact. The clones said something about more than half of the children dying for the Spartan program. So that just gives you a hint. And I almost forgot to mention, probably because it's not very interesting to me, that Quan is trying to get back to Madrigal, even though, I don't know, I just don't really care about her crusade. I mean, the Covenant's here. And if you play the game, that's not the worst thing that's out there. I think Soren does have a sense of honor about him, but most people do have a price. She was able to convince him because she's trying to bribe him with deuterium. He wants that cold cash, baby. Guys, that is my recap, and I do want to say thank you for helping us reach 10,000 subscribers. We really appreciate it. Make sure after my reaction you stick around for my review and my breakdown. Let's jump in. Spartan training program, baby.
I want to go home.
This is your home.
It wasn't always.
You were asked to join us. And do you know why? Because you're special.
You're special. Oh man, she looks great. I mean, you can see a little bit of the... Oh, okay, never mind. That looks better. That's a better shot. It's blurry because it's like a dreamy flashback. She looks pretty good de-aged.
It's odd that a weapon could cause this kind of behavior.
That little nerd.
I'm not convinced it is a weapon.
Why, John? Why did it choose him?
Why didn't it choose me?
I've been
Looks different.
What exactly?
Slip space.
Actually, the human eye is not capable of perceiving slip space.
You're ruining it.
So it's kind of like hyperspace, I guess.
Is this what anxious feels like?
He's anticipating. Cortana's great. That's pretty. Looks a little CG, but it's pretty. I'm kind of disappointed in Soren, honestly. I know I made that joke in the beginning, but I like the idea of him being very loyal and honorable, because I feel like those things are important to him. And I want Master Chief to kind of like understand that and how Soren is different.
Meter started running at breakfast.
I'll pay extra if you stop talking. Please.
You don't got any money yet, yo. You just got some credit.
A year before I remembered that my father died. Another year before I remembered that I was the one who killed him.
She took it out, didn't she?
What are you doing? Nothing.
You just come up on someone in the bathroom. What are you doing?
Seen Master Chief? He's with Halsey. On a mission.
Yeah, she definitely did, right? Wouldn't she be bleeding?
Yeah. I'll see you later.
Why are you smiling? Yep, she took it out. They show a lot of asses in this show, I've noticed. It's kind of weird. Yeah, she looks like her eyes have been opened. That's pretty cool. Just like when Adam and Eve sinned in the garden, their eyes were opened. Is that the warthog? I think it is. It's a warthog.
This colony was led by your parents.
Okay.
They were heroes. Just like their son.
Buttering him up.
Let's have this be the end of all this nonsense, John. Married.
You gotta leave this art shit behind, boy. You could be working in the mines.
You're alive?
Oh.
Where are the others? Who leads the militia now?
I can't talk to you.
There is no militia.
Atu, wait, please, Atu!
I just want to say R2. Oh. I hope he doesn't get any funny ideas. Is that like grease? Like literally grease, yeah. It's kind of cool. Kind of a shoddy job, but it's kind of cool. Just trying to express some individuality.
Wow. Hello, Spartans. Thank you for coming.
Dr. Keyes, you have orders for us?
I need to see how the object reacts to you in order to determine what, if anything, makes John so special.
He's the Master Chief.
Yes, he is.
I'll go first, ma'am.
You right there, Kai 125?
Yes, ma'am. 100%.
Has she been around them long enough, or enough to even know when they're acting weird?
Found something?
The artifact?
That wasn't that deep.
Drawings.
Mine.
He's like that kid on the ring. Ah, literally, there's a ring
I
drawing.
don't recognize this one.
They're all identical.
Kind of reminds me of Jeddah in Star Wars Rogue One.
After all he did for his people, the whole city should have turned out.
He's kind of like the rebel Kasimodo in The Last Samurai. He doesn't really live in the capital, in the city. He lives in his own village.
That's Agatha. She's one of my dad's generals.
It was Agatha all along.
I thought we'd lost you too.
Then why was there like a bounty for her if they thought she was dead?
The attack on the outpost changed everything, Quan. Everything.
Yeah, we don't care about the resistance anymore, probably, you know?
All they want now is protection from the Covenant.
There you go. That's what...
But we can't just give up. We need to fight.
I'm sorry, Quan. Vinsha allowed us to collect our dead from the outpost, but the revolution is over.
Okay. Well.
And yet you're the only one Vinsha didn't kill. How much is Vinsha paying you to sell out the rebellion?
You need to go. You're putting us all...
You're a traitor! All of you! My dad fought and died so you could all be free.
Sworn's like, oh, shit.
But you're all cowards!
Well, someone text adventure.
You're gonna need to remove your helmet. Can't misfire the electronics. You just know Halsey will send me the bill. Okay.
Is there anything wrong, ma'am?
Your hair? Did you do that to yourself?
Yes.
Great.
Why is she being kind of a bitch?
Doctor.
Exactly.
Gives you that idea.
You see us as machines. If you really want to understand how we work, you're gonna have to dig a little deeper.
Wait!
Any other tests, ma'am?
That was risky. I thought actually it was going to do something.
Remember, not everything you recall is reflective of real events.
I understand.
Okay.
She looks worried.
That's Plant Lab.
He's growing all his pot.
Cortana? I'm not seeing it.
I'm sorry, John. I'm afraid there's too much destruction. I don't have enough data on that space to make an accurate representation.
Perhaps if we go back to the drawings, John.
She's trying to lead him down a different path. Hey, doggy.
Careful, Johnny.
It's funny how he looks like he's dressed in the 1920s.
We're creating new life, John.
That's pretty cool.
Mr. Plants can live here. And guess what?
We can too.
We can live here too.
You smell like soap.
I like to see Cortana learning about, I think, a little more about humanity through him.
John, do you hear me? I asked you what you're drawing.
Better not be drawing boobies again, John.
Can I see it?
That's cool.
Are you controlling this?
I've stopped projecting. Whatever he's seeing isn't coming from me.
You gotta unplug his ass, Halsey.
Can I see you again?
Sure.
Can it be our secret?
Yeah.
She looks... They did a good job de-aging her.
John, are you alright?
Oh, he's figured it out. Not good.
It's my favorite Covenant weapon.
Like the needler?
It's all right. See these holes on the top plate? That's where the needle rounds are primed. You pull the trigger. Somehow they just know how to target living tissue.
As close as you get to fire and forget, ma'am.
Bam. All you see is a big
Dude, I remember when that weapon was it might have been Halo 2 where you can dual wield those things.
I know what a needler is, Kai.
Covenant.
It looks so much bigger than I feel like it looked in a game, but I guess you never really see it in third-person view.
Correct.
Quapos.
How do you know that?
Well, that's what they say when we turn it on them. But I guess it could just mean, shit, please don't kill me.
Also correct.
Have you ever heard a grunt beg for his life?
What other thing Haley wears do you know?
That's a good idea. I would love to see what the grunts look like. The grunts were forced into servitude, if I remember correctly.
You leave now, you don't get paid. We had a deal.
The deal was that I help you find the resistance. We did that.
If we can get to them, I can convince them to stand up.
No one's gonna step up. We need to face reality.
Yeah, I think he's right.
What kind of pirate are you?
One who wants to live, you know?
An instigator, a rabble-rouser.
I don't like rabble-rousers.
I need her removed before she rouses the rabble.
Rouses the rebel.
It's my time.
What's all the asses in this show?
Stop. Are you sure you want to go through all that embarrassment again?
I can't believe we didn't do this years ago.
This is the first you've spoken a word to us.
Well, my mother never let me near you.
Ah.
I always used to wonder why she preferred you over me. I'm not getting a sense that fun was a part of your training.
At one point, we're each given pets. Vanek, you had a pig?
Pig.
She had us eliminate them.
Well, that's That's real nice.
Every failure carries consequences. I never lost.
So, you're gonna have to keep Ivan.
Dr. Halsey eliminated it. Spartans must be bonded to one another and nothing else.
I guess that's just a bad way to reinforce the original point. You know, the reward system was kind of rendered moot, you know?
I was a boy. And you were with me.
Of course I was with
No.
you.
Not at the orphanage here. In my house. My parents were still alive. Why were you here?
It's natural. Memories get muddled.
That's a nice lid. Real stylish. I'll take the bike too.
Dude, that sucks.
What are you doing here?
Cleaning up your father's mess.
You should have came back.
Where's your friend?
Aw, what? You dirty bitch. Shoot her ass! That was pretty cool, though.
I'm switching.
You fucked everything up when you came back, Juan.
Never should have left the rubble.
That's what I'm talking about. She seems so much taller and bigger than that chick. I know they're supposed to be, but... And I don't know if she is in real life, but they do a good job of showing that.
Chicken
Gakamo.
Yeah, I have sacred ring.
Look.
The ring.
Sacred ring. Halo.
The music. That's great.
Can we just keep this between us?
It's our secret. We're sort of like sisters.
I gotta say, Petty Officer, there's something very odd about you.
We'll say that.
When her creations behave in unexpected ways, she gets uncomfortable. To Dr. Halsey, human beings are messy, irrational, chaotic. They make decisions based on emotion.
I'm not going down there.
Dr. Halsey has a way
That
of
guy.
cutting them out of her life,
Yep, like her.
no matter the cost.
I hope this makes her reconsider the program in his head. Guys, that was my reaction, and this is my review. Okay, so the last bit right there, I might work backwards. I'm not feeling very good, so there might not be all these snappy...
Amazing dialogue.
Halsey doesn't tolerate glitches. I wonder if there can be a legitimate case made that having his emotional suppressant pellet taken out of his spine, you know, leads to like a better work output, and maybe not always as efficient, but it opens up new possibilities, like such as the fact that he was able to find this artifact probably because he took that out, followed his gut and his emotions, and that passion and that desire to, you know, explore his past is basically what led him there. I think, you know, you can even though you have a small sample size, you can make that case. In terms of Quan probably representing chaos and emotion, I don't think the show thus far in episode 4 is showing why it's good to have that. You know what I mean? Because I feel like you want to have order versus disorder. And obviously you want to have a balance. It's probably more on the side of order. All right? And it's obviously... Okay, I would take that back. It might not... It's order and disorder. That's there, but there's also control versus freedom of choice. So you want to have a balance with the order and the disorder, leaning more on order, okay? But you also want to have freedom of choice versus control. So I think this episode just reinforced to me even more how much I don't care for Quan's storyline. I like Quan. I like Soren. I think he's funny. If Zach was watching this, I think he would love Soren too. He just wants to get paid. He's sick of people's bullshit. He fought the good fight and lost, I guess, not really, because he won his freedom and he didn't want to be controlled. He wanted freedom of choice, and now he runs a pirate colony, probably giving orders, controlling people, Kai-125, I think, is a Spartan who took her pellet out. I love her. I loved all her scenes. I love the Spartans. I love them, okay? Don't care too much for Quan's storyline. She's all right. Love Soren. And, as far as I'm concerned, she fucked up everything even more and put everyone at risk going back to Madrigal. And I know the story is going to, like, you know, they're going to fulfill that end and make it interesting, and I'm going to be wrong later on. But right now, I don't care too much for it. And I think that, you know, and one planet out of the hundreds or thousands of planets that are colonized with life and stuff like that, I feel like one planet trying to fight for its freedom in the grand scheme of things is not important as fighting the Covenant and making sure they don't wipe out humanity. And we also know, you know, the stakes are going to rise quite a bit later on. Miranda, I did say during the reaction, I thought she was being kind of like this cold bitch to the Spartans. But yeah, she had a cold childhood. Halsey didn't show her any love. And as far as Miranda was concerned, she spent more time with the Spartan children than her. But we also got the Spartan side of the story. Well, I think I kind of knew that. But Miranda Keyes got that part of the story where, well, they didn't have a great childhood either. It was probably worse than mine, you know? So that was cool. And the fact that she said, hey, I think we're like sisters. I think that was really cool. I wanted more of an emphatic response from Miranda. But it led to a cool scene where she was speaking over, you know, kind of Halsey looking at Master Chief driving in the desert on that planet. Like talking about control and bending everything towards her version of the future. Like I said in the very beginning, I think you can make an argument that, hey, maybe emotion is good because it helps in combat. And I know they probably have other things that help them in combat, like stimulants that are activated when they need to have like adrenaline and stuff like that. And fear, you know, bravery, I think, as Ned Stark said, you can only really be brave when you're afraid. And I think bravery is like another characteristic. So if they don't fear death at all, that might not be, I think, that useful, I guess. And maybe I'm wrong, so there might be some studies out there that show, no, if you don't fear death, you're more useful. I don't know. It was really cool seeing the Needler. Dual-wielding Needlers was like the cheapest shit I remember back in the day. As far as I remember, they took that ability out of Halo 3, and I played some of the older, and I played some of the more recent ones. I just can't really remember. I've been out of shooters for a while. I need to get back into them. I'm a huge gamer. I just haven't played Halo because my son kind of controls the Xbox, and it broke.
So I need to get an Xbox One Series X.
And I know Halo Infinite, some of the fans are like, you know, this fucking sucks. I think it looks cool. A lot of my friends love it, so I want to play it. And I think this show's really cool. Yeah, I see some more headlines like, this show sucks. But I do see some mainstream reviews, such as IGN and stuff like that. And obviously, they're gamers over there. They like the show. I really, really like it. And I'm a fan of the games, so I don't know how anyone could really hate this show or even dislike it. I think it's a good show, and I saw someone said if it didn't have the Halo, it would have been canceled or it would suck. I disagree. I think it's really interesting in its own right. I really do. I like the Silver Timeline, and obviously playing the games has enhanced the love of the show for me. Like hearing the music, seeing the Needler. I did think that Needler was big. I guess I always imagined it more of like a 44 Magnum in terms of its size, something like maybe this big, but it's like a big, it was like a rifle, you know, it looked really big. I love the fact that they're talking about the language, how the Spartans, they have picked up a little bit of the language, and they don't always know what everything means. Guys, keep it down. Quepos, Needler, or oh shit, don't kill me. I thought that was pretty cool. We obviously mentioned Halo, the Keystone, all of the stuff, the flashbacks at John's house. It was all great. It was emotional, and he's slowly starting to unravel his past. Halsey is kind of trying to tread lightly. I just want to see Master Chief kill that nerdy little specialist guy, you know? Anyways, loving the show. Cared less and less about Kwan's quest for, you know, for her taking up her father's cause. And it looks like her father was probably, you know, under the influence or really irresponsible when it came to the family's money funding this rebellion that is rendered moot now. And obviously, I don't think it's important in the grand scheme of things. Anyways, guys, I'm going to cut this short because I'm not feeling good and I'm not feeling very creative today. And I want to get this up soon, and it's already late. Guys, much love. Guys, thank you so much for watching my reaction and my review and my breakdown of the show. If you like Thirsty Reactions and you like me and Zach and Jamie, just like and subscribe. Hit that notification. Leave a comment down below. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Mwah. Love you.